everyone. Sorry, I'd wanted to hop on yesterday and things got, Monday. So we are back today talking about our Back to the Basics education. And so if you haven't seen the previous videos, we did, let's see if I can remember. We did lavender, tea tree oil, and basil. And then we talked about, what was our other one? Digestion and peppermint. And one other with that batch. And so today we are going to be talking about two more oils that are from our basic, what we call top 10 essential oils. And then one that's not in the top 10 that we use a lot in our home. So today we are going to talk about, hi Sarah, I'm so happy you're here. How have you been? I need to get together with you. Today we are going to talk about two from the set, one being On Guard and the other Oregano. And then the one that is not in our top 10 collection, but also very handy to have, and I love this one with all my heart, is Clary Sage. So we're going to talk about why we love these. If you're new to our group, check out the pinned post. So I landed on doTERRA because it was the only company I found that disclosed their purity testing. I love their business practices, how they source their oils. At convention this last year, it was just announced that doTERRA now has exclusive access directly with the growers of 98% of the essential oils that doTERRA shares with us. And so that gives me peace of mind when I'm using it with my kids and on myself, that it's not full of synthetics or going to have negative results when used safely. So our goal here is to educate in how natural wellness stuff can maybe help synthetic products in your home disappear. And that's what I want for you, because that's what we've experienced in our home, and it's very, very freeing, very freeing. Well, these are the two oils in the top 10 that were the most valuable for the goals that I originally was looking into oils to solve, and that was immune support. So we used to catch everything. I was teaching math at the time, college level, and we can't get substitutes for ourselves. If I was sick or if my baby was sick, I had to cancel class, and that let down 60 to 100 kids. So obviously I couldn't do that very often. Hey, Connie, I'm so happy you're here. So that couldn't happen often, and I started getting really paranoid about germs. And so the reason I initially looked into natural options is for this purpose. I wanted us to have less visits to the doctor's office because antibiotics didn't treat our guts very kindly, and we just found that things kept coming back. And of course, when you bring home a germ, everybody's got to share, and in a family of 6, ain't nobody got time for that. So I want to tell you a little bit about doTERRA's most popular oil blend. So there's a lot of things that that doTERRA is known for in terms of their products. This is actually not their #1 seller. If you can tell me what doTERRA's #1 product in terms of sales is, let me know. But this is our #1 oil blend. This is our #1 oil product. And the reason is because it's so versatile. Oh, and it's so effective. It smells just like Christmas. It has cinnamon, clove, wild orange. It has eucalyptus, rosemary in it. It is a beautiful, beautiful smell. And so to me, it reminds me of Christmas. And the fact that it's so effective and has such wonderful research backing it in terms of the health and wellness benefits you can get from this one oil blend, we fell in love. We fell in love. So On Guard has been shown, if you put 3 drops in a 32-ounce spray bottle of water and shake that, spray it on MRSA growing on a countertop-like surface, it eliminated that. So that got my attention because I have always been a little bit nervous about, well, and my mom before me, she was a medical doctor, and she used to talk about how we didn't need to use antibacterial hand sanitizer because they needed that in the hospital and they didn't need this antibiotic resistant stuff starting to crop up because we have antibiotic and antibacterial products everywhere. And so my ears perked up at that study because I know MRSA is antibiotic resistant. And I thought it was absolutely incredible that something food-based would be effective against that. Well, the study got even better. They tried to regrow the MRSA on that spot, and they couldn't do it for 6 days, which just amazes me. And so, I love that the guesses are coming in. The guesses are coming in. So it just amazes me that not only will this be so effective at helping clean surfaces, and that it only required 3 drops in that big old bottle of water, but it also is something that I just throw in a shot glass when I have a sore throat, and it works for that too. So these are just amazing to me, and so I want this one to be one that you have in your home. Alongside the cleaning benefits, and before I move on from cleaning, I want to tell you what we actually do. So I ended up getting the cleaner concentrate. If there's a whole line of On Guard cleaning products, so you can check these out if you're not a do-it-yourselfer. We love the laundry detergent, we love the hand soap, and we love the cleaner. The cleaner especially is a huge bang for your buck because it only takes a small amount to replace all the multi-purpose cleaners in your home. I call it my all-purpose cleaner. So this is the little spray bottle I've got. And all this is I don't even measure anymore, y'all. I just squirt some of the cleaner in there, and then I fill the rest with water. Now, if you are a do-it-yourselfer and you like to save money, feel free to just drip the On Guard itself in here, right? That's the way the study was originally done. Just don't forget to shake it every time so that you've got that nice even disbursement through the water, because we know oil likes to just sit on the top. Another great thing about the cleaner, though, is I use this as my shout replacement. So I just put this directly on the stains on shirts, and it works magically. So, so this has become really popular. And a little goes a long way. Look, I haven't even hardly used any. So, so if you're not a do-it-yourselfer, you can do that way, or feel free to mix it up yourself. Another thing we like to make with the On Guard is hand soap. So one of the things that I wanted to be real conscious of was the sharing the germs, right? And I wanted to get the synthetic antibacterial stuff out of our home because those are not as effective as maybe we'd like to think that they are. And they can be real toxic. And so all that this is a little bit of that cleaner and then 2 or 3 drops of the On Guard oil on top of that, and then fill the rest with water. Talk about saving a fortune. I used to buy the soft soap, right? This is cents, this is pennies, and you've got your hand soap covered with something that's going to be more effective and, quite frankly, edible. If they really wanted to eat some soap, they could do it. If you don't have the cleaner concentrate, use a Castile soap from the grocery store. Something real basic, real clean, no scent added, and then you can add in your On Guard, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Another thing I mentioned with On Guard is its protective ability. So On Guard is actually capable of preventing bugs from replicating. So that's what it does. And the reason I want you to know that is because if you start coming down with something, whether it be a cold this time of year, you feel like your sinuses are stuffing up, or you're potentially catching a virus, that's when I want you to grab your On Guard and go ahead and start using it every 2 hours, because it's very good in the early onset. It doesn't allow things to become full-blown awful, right? It prevents the replication of that junk. So this is a really good one to have on hand preventatively. And so I know some moms who they'll put it in a roller bottle just by itself because it smells so nice, and just roll it on the back of their kids' necks as they're going out the door this whole winter season, and it's going to boost that immune system naturally. It's just like giving them a little dose of vitamin C. They've got that little immune support going for them as they walk out the door. If you don't love the smell, roll it on the bottom of the feet, right? So we love to put oils on the bottom of our feet because they're absorbed throughout the body very effectively, and there's very low risk for skin sensitivity when you use it on the bottom of the feet. So if you're going to use it topically, make sure to dilute, as we always say, and use it proactively. It's going to be really, really great. Now, it does work incredibly well on a sore throat. I love, love, love this. And you can even put a drop in a little bit of honey if you want it to sit there a little bit. Oh, my favorite is now that doTERRA has their own throat drops. And I know when I was pregnant, I couldn't eat any of the Halls or cold medication because of the medication in it. But you can have these all day, and it's going to be even more effective. It helps soothing that throat. So if you really love the throat aspect of it, get those drops. You're going to love those. When you join with us, when you get your wholesale access as part of our community, I make sure to send you some so that you can try them, because I want you to have a goodie bag and really see all the things that are out there. There's also a toothpaste that's On Guard based, so check that out. It doesn't have fluoride in it. It also has some really amazing research as to how great it is for gum health and tooth health. I used to have to use Sensodyne. I do not need the Sensodyne anymore. This On Guard toothpaste is better, and I haven't used Sensodyne in 5 years. So you'll love the toothpaste too. My kids called it spicy when I made them switch off the sugary crest, but it was a huge peace of mind, and their teeth have been very, very strong. Oh, thank goodness, right? Okay, so the question that I had asked is, I said On Guard is doTERRA's most popular oil blend, but it's not the #1 seller in doTERRA. And Connie, I think you were the one who got it right. She said either LLV, which is Lifelong Vitality, or lemon oil, and then Sarah guessed lavender would be a top seller. Lavender is a top seller. But if you think about this, there's a logic behind why these amazing food-based supplements are doTERRA's actual #1 product. And that's simply that this On Guard bottle has 250 drops in it. There's 250 doses in here. The nutrition that's missing from our food that you can get out of that amazing food-based Lifelong Vitality pack of vitamins is something that you're going to need every month or every other month, depending on if you take a half or a full dose, right? So that's why the Lifelong Vitality pack is by far the #1 product. But this is the #1 oil, and it'll last you a long time. Who puts it in their coffee? Connie, do you put On Guard in your coffee? That's such a good idea. I've done peppermint in my coffee before, but I've never tried On Guard. All right, so on that note, what happens though if you are full-blown miserable, right? What happens if you have caught the crud that's going around? Well, we have what's called an immunity balm, and you can search the group and you can find the actual recipe image. If you just search in this group in the search bar, just search immunity balm or immunity blend, and it'll pop up. It looks like this, right? Okay, so all this is a larger 10 milliliter roller, and this is 20 drops of On Guard, of lemon, which we will talk about, tea tree oil, which we've talked about, and oregano. Now, I put a full 20 drops of oregano in there. Granted, when somebody's sick in our house, it smells like a pizzeria, but I want to tell you why. Oregano is incredible. So I would love more than anything for you to just experience how good this is going to make you feel quickly when you've got the crud. So oregano is highly antibiotic and highly antifungal. It's a hot oil, so I have to tell you that, because if you're going to use topically, you must dilute, and dilute generously, because it'll feel real hot on the skin. You can use it diluted on the bottom of the feet, which is what we do with kids, and because it doesn't smell awesome, I mean, the whole pizzeria thing gets old really fast. So oregano is going to be your big gun. If you're fighting something, this is what you want. Now, I have actually beaten things that I normally needed a course of antibiotics before. And all I did is I put that combination, 1 drop of each, in a veggie cap. So because this is hot, I didn't really want to taste it. You can put it in a shot of water. Because of what I was dealing with, my head was on fire. My ears burned, my throat burned, and I actually put it in a shot of water, and it worked. 30 seconds later, I was up, functioning, and my fever was feeling much lower. It was fantastic. So this is a game changer for me because it set me free from needing to go just run straight away to get a course of antibiotics for something I was dealing with. Now, I never, never, never want you to hear me say that you shouldn't go to your doctor or that this is in any way a replacement for conventional medical care. Okay, so I have to disclaimer that. We just developed this motto in our home where we said if it wasn't scary, let's give it 24 hours on the oils. And if we're not better, then we'll go to the doctor. And so in these cases, we were able to skip that visit because it worked at home so effectively. And what I did, because I knew it was a bigger thing, is I continued to use this immunity bomb blend 3 times a day for 10 to 14 days. And so that is a really effective way of supporting your body through some compromise and coming out the other side feeling a lot better. So on the kids, what do? I use the roller version on the bottom of their feet morning and night. If they're actively ill, I do it as often as every 30 minutes until that active illness has passed. And so that's a really, really freeing thing. Turns out oregano is also fantastic for the gut, which I was chatting with somebody earlier this week. It seems counterintuitive that a hot oil would actually be really good at settling the stomach, but it is. And in my journey dealing with candida or yeast overgrowth, this is really effective against most forms of that. And so getting this internally in the gut, it's really good for digestion because it can help balance that imbalance that happens after you've been on a course of antibiotics or a course of steroids in the past. Really, really great stuff. Another funny story about this is that these are really effective against skin tags. And so I wish I could get my sweet friend, Miss Libby, on here because I've told her I've got to record her story. But she saw it work so effectively with skin tags, she came home one day and found her husband just screaming in the bathroom because he had put that oregano straight on his arm, thinking he'd get his skin tags off too. It's the funniest story you have ever heard because the sweet man got into her oils without asking and he knew she'd fuss at him and he accidentally, it was pretty hot. So if that happens, if you experience that heat with oregano, grab coconut oil, grab a veggie oil, and get that to cool it down. If you put water on it, it will make it worse. So don't use water. Luckily, she had the presence of mind to grab her coconut oil and really dilute to get that heat off of that sweet man. So warts, skin tags, funky moles, toe fungus, oregano is good for all of these things. All of these things. So we love it. We love it. And I'll tell you how strong it is, just to give you an idea. 1 drop of this oregano oil will flavor an entire quart of spaghetti sauce. So it's really good stuff. You can cook with it too. All right, so now you know the immunity bomb combination. These 2 were the game changers for our immune support. So why did I throw in Clary Sage today? Because this was another one of the goals that I initially addressed with essential oils. When I was nursing, I noticed that I had hormone swings, right? And I also knew that I wasn't interested in being tested for that. I didn't want to go down that road if I could find something natural that was going to help with that craziness. And Clary Sage was the answer for me. So Clary Sage is one that you can take internally. So what I did is I would take 1 drop of Clary Sage and 1 drop of frankincense every morning, and I saw immediate results. I'd feel better 15 minutes later. And so the way it manifested with me, other than being absolutely exhausted, right, was inflammation. My joints were super inflamed, and it only happened when I was nursing. So I knew it was a hormone trigger. So this is a fantastic way to help balance estrogen levels in particular naturally. And it's a great, great calming oil. So I would put 1 or 2 drops of this in a veggie cap with frankincense. And you can do that as often as every 2 to 4 hours for really acute issues. So during my time of the month, cramping, It's gone. It's just gone so quickly after you get some of this in your system. Not comfortable with taking it internally, or you think it's going to taste really nasty. It doesn't taste very good. You can snag the roller that's already pre-made for you called Clary Calm. And so this is one that you would just roll right over your lower abdomen, or the reflex point for your reproductive system is right around the inside of the ankle bone, interestingly enough. So you can roll this Clary Calm to help monthly or to help daily with chronic hormone stuff. And so this is another one. We tackled our immune stuff. We tackled some hormone imbalance. And I saw a really huge difference using just this simple guy that's, again, ingestible. So what's the rule with oils, though? I want to make sure. Yeah, so Connie stirs it in her coffee. Ah, I just love it. So you stir it as you sip. That's brilliant. That way it doesn't just evaporate off the top. All right, Sarah, you need to tell me what your hubby says. If you're going to try oregano on skin tags, I'd recommend you can put some on the tip of a Q-tip and then just get the oregano on the tag itself. That's what I recommend. Because if it gets on that skin around it, you know it's going to hurt a little bit. So see if you can try that. See if you can try that. All right, so those are our oils today. I want to end with just a real quick review about safety with oils. Remember, these are pure, so less is more frequently. Don't be putting 10 drops of any of these on or in you at any time. With kids, always dilute a lot. And you never need more than 1 to 4 drops. So 1 to 2 as a kid every 2 to 4 hours, or 2 to 4 drops as an adult every 2 to 4 hours. You don't need any more than that, because these are going to be effective in really small amounts as your body's able to metabolize them, just like food, and help your body support your health and wellness naturally. So if you have missed the promotion for this month, I love the promotion this October for any order over 200 PV. So what that translates to, if you're new, is go ahead and snag that Home Essentials kit that's going to get you the top 10 oils we're educating on right now, and a diffuser. And so that even includes a big bottle of frankincense, which is what I'm going to do the next video. And that is fantastic and just so valuable to have in your home, as well as all these others that are going to help with your digestion, your immune system, your skin stuff, your cleaner replacement, all of the above. And then you'll also, of course, get goodie bag goodies from us. We want to make sure that you have the education so that nothing that you have in your home sits and you don't know how to use it. So always ask. We want to make every penny that you make stretch so that you guys meet your health goals as effectively as possible. And lastly, if you're local, we have a class coming up next Thursday. I believe that's the 24th, here at my home. So you are more than welcome to come. We're going to do a little make and take, 6:30 next Thursday. Bring friends if you would like. Let me know. And I'm looking at a workshop again in November. So local friends, let's make another workshop happen, because I'd really love to hear, especially those of you all who did our cleanse, our detox with us. I want to know your results. So I'm just finishing up that 30-day cleanse, and I feel fantastic. So I hope you do too. That's what I want for you. I love that feedback. And then lastly, this is a big time of year, right? So the holidays are approaching. If you've already gotten your order this month, then you'll have seen there's a little holiday guide, and I don't have it in front of me because I want to really feature it later this month before all of the holiday products go on sale November 1st. And many of them will sell out. Every year, there are some that are gone even in less than 12 hours. So watch out for doTERRA people, because we get our limited time order stuff in on the 1st. And then, of course, all the convention stuff that's new and was released October 1st. I'm getting back amazing testimonies about the adaptive line for stress, about the turmeric for pain support and inflammation management. And of course, Copaiba has just been so freeing for a number of us. And I'm so excited that that is also something that you can get free this month with that $200 order. All right. As always, ask any questions that you run into. I love chatting with you, and we'll be back on soon. We'll do frankincense next time.